Emmy award-winning news team. 27 News First on WKYT starts now.
Beaten, raped, and left for dead. Tonight, police
at the jail in Stanford. Mark Kennedy is first at 11. He's in Lincoln County with the latest on the case.
42-year-old Frankie Dale Crown. Mark Kennedy, WKYT 27 News First.
Investigators are also waiting on DNA tests taken from Mr. Crowley while in jail.
When someone fired shots into a Laurel County church, it put a congregation on edge. But tonight, police say those fears can be eased after making 2 arrests. Police have arrested 19-year-old Brandon Thorpe and 18-year-old Jesse Baker. Police say the young men confessed to firing shots into the Robinson Creek Baptist Church. Pastor Gerald Wells says his congregation is willing to forgive the men responsible for damaging their place of worship.
I think we all live with the reality that things happen and they don't always happen somewhere else. And certainly God's people are forgiving people.
Pastor Wells says the teenagers should be held accountable for the church damage. A special honor tonight for the first responders to the crash of Comair Flight 5191. They were recognized at the Policeman's Banquet. Kelly Wilson is live outside the Lexington Center where that ceremony wrapped up tonight. Kelly?
Sam, Debbie Hirschman was the guest speaker tonight. It changed so many lives.
And getting the news about the accident that Sunday morning was hard, but it really was difficult because I know this community and we have family here, and the accident just was a little bit closer to my heart.
It didn't take the plane crash to make Debbie Hirschman feel a connection with this community. Her husband's 27. She would spend many more with a new family of police, fire crews, and airport.
The shorter runway the pilots used from the Comair jet is now back open. Today, for the first time since that crash, small planes were allowed to use runway 26. The airport received the go-ahead to reopen the short runway after it completed construction work on the taxiways. There are some restrictions, though. The 26 runway is only open for daytime use by general aviation aircraft. Now, tomorrow night on News First at 11, a special News First exclusive. The wife of the pilot of Flight 5191 sits down for her first on-camera interview since the tragedy. She talks about the controversy surrounding her husband, how it's affected her family's life.
If I can pull one blessing from this whole god-awful ordeal, tragedy, it's that there is so much more good than evil out there. I mean, people have called and written and emailed and cards and sent gifts. And
it is a story you'll only see tomorrow night on 27 News First at 11.
Rescue teams in eastern Kentucky don't suspect foul play, but his family is worried.
You know, whatever, if he's got a problem, whatever it is, we'll work it out. And we'd just be happy to have him at home.
Rescue crews say they will begin searching the woods near the man's home starting tomorrow morning. An eastern Kentucky mother will be arraigned tomorrow on charges in connection to her son's death. 18-month-old Caleb Davis died in August after he was left inside a hot van. Investigators took nearly 3 months to arrest the mother because of a delay in the child's autopsy report.
We met with the prosecutors early on. We felt like we had a very strong case, but we wanted their final report, and we wanted the information that came out in the final report that actually finalized and put the pieces together for us that led to this arrest.
Tony Barber is charged with manslaughter and criminal abuse. She could face up to 10 years in prison if convicted.
The last public debate between the two candidates for Lexington mayor went off without a bang tonight. Voters head to the polls in 6 days. Elizabeth Dorsett is back from that debate tonight. She's live in the newsroom now. Elizabeth, any kind of political fireworks tonight?
Sam, it was really a game of playing it safe tonight. Teresa Isaac and Jim Newberry.
That sits on the sidelines and after the game analyzes and tells everybody how you would do it better.
When asked what she would change if re-elected, Isaac replied nothing, igniting one of the only fierce exchanges between the candidates.
We've got serious problems.
Already made up their minds on which candidate they plan to vote for before tonight's debate, saying the winner will be decided at the polls on Tuesday. Live in the newsroom, Elizabeth Dorsett, WKYT 27 News First.
And it's not the last debate between the two. The final debate between Teresa Isaac and Jim Newberry will be this weekend here on WKYT. Both the candidates for mayor have agreed to appear on Kentucky Newsmakers, hosted by Bill Bryant. That program airs Saturday morning at 10. It's the only broadcast debate between the two candidates.
A central Kentucky barn goes up in flames, and firefighters from 2 counties had to battle the fire. That's next on News First.
And Tubby Smith suspending one of his players. Find out why the senior forward will start the season on the bench.
I'm Chief Meteorologist T.G. Shuck. A soggy start to the month of November on this Wednesday. The rain's moving out, sunshine's moving in, but it may stay pretty cool the rest of the week. All the forecast coming up next. You're watching 27 News First at 11 on WKYT.
Start your day with Kentucky's most experienced news team. Barbara Bailey, Bill Bryant, and First Alert Weather with Chris Bailey. 27 News First this morning.
Hi, I'm Jim Keller.
In case you haven't noticed, something very big is happening at Kroger. We've been working.
The Breeders' Cup is coming back to the Spires. So who do you like today?
I like the horse with a lot of steam.
I like a horse with a good story.
I like a horse with a lot of buzz.
I like a horse who can light up the board.
I like a great day at the Downs.
I do too.
I like being right.
I like racing's greatest day and racing's greatest racetrack.
Who do you like today? Who do you like today? Who do you like today?
The Breeders' Cup World Championships are back at Churchill Downs. With 8 races to decide 8 world champions, it'll be one unforgettable day.
Hi, I'm Chuck Ellinger. For almost 4 years now, I've served you as an at-large council member. During that time, I've had 100% attendance for council meetings. You can count on me to be there for you.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Beltone Hearing Aid Center. Beltone, the most trusted name in hearing aids. First Alert Weather is sponsored by your local Lincoln Mercury Auto Dealer.
From Central and Eastern Kentucky's news leader for the 28th year in a row, you're watching 27 News First at 11 with Sam Dick and Ember Philpott. First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist T.G. Shuck and Sports with Drew Daner. This is 27 News First at 11 on WKYT.
Tonight, fire destroyed a barn in Scott. Some tobacco he had housed in the barn. Firefighters from both Scott and Fayette County responded to the situation there.
Well, I think a lot of people can agree we had enough rain in October.
Yeah.
Can we start the month of November hopefully not having as much?
And September, too. You know, you think back the last 60 days, just been incredibly wet. We kind of tacked on a quarter-inch extra for good measure on this Wednesday, kicking off November. Good news, I think an extended dry stretch, maybe all the way through the weekend. The only downside, if you like warmer weather, it is going to be a little cool. Live First Alert radar showing really the rain is all gone other than maybe a bit of patchy drizzle. Got those low clouds still hanging tough out there, but eventually those will go by the wayside, but at least everything calming down on the radar. Boy, around the dinner hour, heavy rain out across parts of eastern Kentucky. Let's show you the regional radar. We've got all that rain now across parts of New England, down into the mid-Atlantic and into the mountains of western North Carolina and East Tennessee. It's all along that wave of low pressure that is on the move. And you can see here on the satellite, the clearing line is getting awfully close. Skies have cleared across parts of south central Indiana. I think by the time you wake up tomorrow morning here in the Bluegrass, skies should clear. And if we do clear out fairly quickly, we may actually see temperatures below the freezing mark in a few spots. Low 40s in eastern Kentucky, 39 here in Lexington, 40 in Frankfort. But notice upstream here, 30 in Indy, Des Moines, 33 in Chicago. So it is cold off to our northwest, and that colder air is going to be on the way in. 48 the afternoon high, 39 our current temperatures, 60 and 41 the average high and low, and officially, as mentioned, about 1/4 of an inch of rainfall out at the airport here. On the surface, that area of low pressure that is on the move, and that is going to take all the clouds and the rain with it. Canadian high pressure, it's on the move, and it's going to be headed our way. So the sunshine's coming back around, but it is going to be quite chilly. Waking up tomorrow morning, temperatures into the lower 30s. By 9 o'clock, still mid and upper 30s, and it's going to be a slow process trying to warm things up heading into the day tomorrow. So for Thursday, it will get better. Something that we have not seen very much lately, more in the way of sun, but we'll have a bit of a breeze out of the north and northwest. So despite the sunshine, with the cooler air and with the wind, it is going to be kind of chilly all across the Ohio Valley heading into the day tomorrow. All right, 3-day planner and 7-day forecast 46 tomorrow with some sunshine. Same story on Friday, 42. I think on Saturday we may see a few more scattered clouds around the area. That'll hold our temperatures down a bit, so keep that in mind heading for the game. Now, early next week, we are into the low and mid 50s, maybe a little rain. On Election Day doesn't look as much of a chance as it did this time yesterday, but again, almost a week out here, so that could change. We'll watch that. Time for traffic alerts. Impact of the day tomorrow. Keep in mind, they've been trying to do this the last couple of days. Drove by there this morning on the way over to Midway for a school visit. And of course, with all the rain out there, not going on, so they got a couple of days to make up. This was supposed to go through Friday with median work.
For the content of this advertising.
I'll tell you this, my friend, about the Frito.
Well, perhaps you remember that eerie discovery last year, why anyone would want to move the body.
Flags at state buildings are flying at half-staff tonight and spending their first night at home in more than a year. 35 Kentucky National Guardsmen.
Encouraging news tonight for a Madison County girl battling E. coli. Haley.
Feel right now.
If you'd like to help Haley Caldwell's family, there's a fund set up. You can donate to the Haley Caldwell Care Fund at any Fifth Third bank. The Cats will be down a man tomorrow night when they play their first exhibition game.
And what a game for Happy Osborne and the Georgetown Tigers tonight as they try to pull a shocker in Freedom Hall. Our Drew Diener is next with sports. You're watching 27 News First at 11 here on WKYT.
Battle of the Bluegrass is the state's premier.
In 2000, concern for you, your family, and your quality of life. That's what you can expect from your government if you'll keep me as your mayor.
Re-elect Teresa Isaac.
Fair and ballot on November 7th.
Paid for by the committee to elect Judge Noble to the Supreme Court.
Make your mark at LV Harkness. In leather or silver, embossed or engraved. A vast selection. LV Harkness. West Short Street before Broadway.
27 Sports First is sponsored by the Glen Auto Mall. You always win at Glen. Digital communications provided by Singular Wireless, raising the bar.
Great showing by his team tonight.
Well, that's what I tried. I talked to him a few minutes ago on the phone, and that's what I was trying to say. What a great showing. He's like, yeah, but we went there to win. But I think a lot of people, it caught their attention tonight. Last year, Georgetown College went into Rupp Arena and lost by 22 points to Kentucky. Tonight, Happy Osborne's squad gave a much better effort and much bigger scare to the Freedom Hall crowd as we get a look at things here. This is second half now. Jason Petrimo, a three-pointer. This thing's tied at 64. He made 4 three-pointers. Here's Edgar Sosa, one of the 3 freshman starters for Louisville, capping an 8-0 run. 72-64 Card Sosa with 15. Now, Card's up here as Petrimo again a fadeaway to cut it to 2, but they would get no closer. U of L hit its free throws down the stretch. Georgetown banks in a three-pointer at the buzzer to make it a 2-point loss. So we get a look at the final score. Louisville wins it over Georgetown. I spoke to Happy Osborne just moments ago about the game.
Well, the thing we got to do, exposure obviously is really good, but the thing we got to do, we're going to walk around school tomorrow and everybody's going to be happy because we lost close. And our kids got to lose, they got to forget about all that. And, we need to win close, not lose close. But it's good for our program. And, the fact to play those guys, they give us that chance. I can't tell them how much I appreciate the opportunity because they're the guys with nothing to win.
Sheree Thomas will not be in the starting lineup for the WKYT. Never before had the UK women's team been ranked in a preseason coaches poll, but today Mickey DeMoss's squad came in at number 16 on that list. Tonight they were taking on Northern Kentucky. Another.
Since 1997, a leader in the state senate make a difference.
Savoy Daytime Drama presents Parappa.
Heads up, you don't want to pass on HD TVs, but that's only till Saturday and only at HH Gray.
Whoa. Shock.
Indulge in 3 new Yoplait whips, Dulce de Leche, Chocolate Mint, and Creamy Latte.
Call us with a news tip at 299-2727. We count on you, and you can count on us. 27 News First. Internet services provided by Microtech. Get serious, Sirius Internet. Microtech SSI is Sirius Internet. Call 1-866-GET ON IT today. If you'd like video from a story that aired on WKYT, just go to WKYTarchives.com to download the clip.
Better find my jacket, my sweater, my gloves.
Yes.
What else?
Come in handy for you. Skies will clear later on tonight. That'll set us up for probably freezing in the morning, mid-upper 40s tomorrow, even cooler than that into Friday, but at least some sunshine.
All right, thanks for watching.
We'll see you tomorrow here on WKYT.
Good night.